welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Emily Jean and happy Monday. It is Monday when I am filming this. It was actually just World Mental Health Day yesterday, so I wanted to announce that in today's video and just say I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourself and putting your mental health in front, because it is very important. It's a priority for all of us, or at least should be, and I know it's something that I definitely struggle with all the time, to be honest with you guys. I know I've talked about it on my channel a lot before. I want to be more and more open with you guys about my personal mental health issues, because I think that only helps you guys as watchers and listeners, and just, you know, it helps us connect and understand that we all go through different things mentally, and that's okay. It's totally normal. And that brings me today's sponsor. BetterHelp is sponsoring today's video, and I could not be more excited. One, it's just like falling at the perfect time with regards to World Mental Health Awareness Day, but also just 2021. Life these days, it's hard. There's so much going on in the internet and post-COVID. I know so many different people are struggling with their mental health, maybe some people that have never struggled with it before. And for me personally, the past couple years since COVID, my mental health has gotten a lot worse. It wasn't always something that I struggled with, but it is something I struggle with now, and that's why BetterHelp is really important to me. I'm excited to be starting my own journey with BetterHelp. If there's something interfering from your happiness or achieving your goals, or you just need someone to talk to, BetterHelp will assess your needs and find you the perfect match of a counselor. And if that counselor does not work out, you're allowed to change and find a new one at any point in time with BetterHelp to make sure you have someone that you are comfortable with. You can start speaking to your licensed professional therapist within 48 hours of signing up with BetterHelp. It's not a crisis line, and it's not self-help. It's all professional therapy done online to make you feel comfortable in your own home. Another incredible thing about BetterHelp is it is accessible worldwide. They have over a 20,000 therapist network to be able to provide counseling online in many areas that may not be able to otherwise. And I think it's so amazing how accessible this is, because mental health is one of those things that is important to every single person on this planet. If you are human, mental health is just something that we all should be taking control of, whether you are really struggling with it or not. It is something important us as beings living on this earth. Like, I truly do believe that, and BetterHelp makes it accessible to everybody worldwide. You're able to log into your account at any time to communicate with your therapist, whether it be through chatting, video chat, or phone calls that you can plan out, which makes it even easier, so it's always there for you when you need it. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses from your therapist, as well as you can pre-schedule phone calls with them, so you never have to be waiting in an uncomfortable waiting room. I know for me, that's something that I don't want to be doing, and that's something that has maybe steered me away from traditional therapy before. At doctor's offices, at any type of kind of place like that, it just makes you feel a little uneasy and uncomfortable to begin with, and BetterHelp takes that all the way from being able to access your therapy right from your own home, your own bed, your couch, wherever you are if you're traveling. On top of all of that, BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional in-person therapy, and they offer financial aid to those who may need it. BetterHelp wants you guys to start living a happier life today. You guys can join me along with my BetterHelp journey. You guys can visit betterhelp.com/EmilyJean. That's better, HELP, to get started on your online therapy and join over the 1 million people taking charge of their mental health today with an experienced professional. Plus, I have a special offer for my listeners. You guys can get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/EmilyJean. Of course, I will have all that information listed down below, so it's easy for you guys, and you guys can get started once you are done watching this video. With that being said, let's rewind to a little bit earlier this morning when I did not have my makeup on yet. Let's get ready together. I know for me, doing my makeup, playing with makeup, filming, and just having fun, making myself feel beautiful is something that helps my mental health in general. So if you guys want to get ready with me, go grab your coffee, let's sit down together, let's do our makeup together, chit chat, learn some things, tips and tricks. If you want to know how to get this look and get ready with me, then just keep watching. Okay, here I am, barefaced. I just washed my face, did a little bit of skincare. I did like some serum and just a light moisturizer. after I straighten my hair, and then I have this really cute little headband from Verse. They sent it over in a PR package. I'm obsessed with any of these like makeup headbands because they really do work so well, and they're comfy and they're cute. So we're gonna film with this today. We're gonna get ready together. I have been sick, you guys, for the last technically 2 weeks, but it kind of like I got better and then it got really bad again. So I've been extremely sick for the past week. I went to the ER one night really late at night because I didn't know what was going on. Thankfully, it's not COVID. I got double tested for all of that. I was really worried I had COVID, but it's not that. I got diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection. I have no idea how I got it or what it's like caused from, but I've never had anything like that in my life. I've been on antibiotics, steroids, and an inhaler, which is just like, that's a lot for me. I'm not someone who takes a lot of medication, so it's been a hard past week. I haven't filmed, and I'm finally sitting here today to film a video. It is Monday morning. It's been a hard past week, and I know when I'm like physically ill and sick, my mental health is also usually not doing so great. So I'm feeling so much better now. I'm almost done with my meds, and yeah, we're gonna get ready, do our makeup together. I kind of want to do like some sort of little fall look, but we'll see how it goes. So I have my coffee here, Madcap, of course, you guys know, and my water. And I've been so freaking sick that I haven't been able to get into the nail salon, so these two nails are like literally about to snap off, so I just put band-aids on them to at least like keep them on, and I don't know, I feel like the band-aids look better than two missing nails, so don't mind that. Okay, let's get into the makeup. I really don't know what I want to do. I feel like I kind of want to do my eyes first today, which I haven't done in such a long time. So I'm going to start by zooming you guys in so you can see a little bit more up close. The lighting in my new little makeup setup is like everything I've ever wanted, and I hope you guys are liking it too. I don't have like any lights on or anything, just my vanity lights, but I have this beautiful big window right here, and it's always very bright in like the morning afternoon time in my apartment, so it's perfect. And I want to like figure out a better background. This is the bathroom door, so I can't really do much there, but maybe there's a back wall. I was thinking of doing like little floating shelves or something. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. I'm starting just by taking this e.l.f. concealer and applying that all over my eyelids. I want to do a little bit of eyeshadow first. I always like to use a concealer kind of as like an eye primer base, but also to cover up all of my veins and discoloration on my lids. I have this awesome like travel mirror from Vanity Planet. Highly recommend this. It's great for traveling, but also I use it like in mix with my vanity too if I need a mirror right in front. Set that concealer and my eyelids down. I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is a great like fuller coverage face powder, and I'm just going to use this to set that concealer down and make sure our eyelids are nice and matte. I definitely struggle with like pretty oily eyelids. This powder's a little bit dark for my skin right now. Fake tan is pretty much all gone, so this is like my natural color, I guess you could say. But we will fix that up with foundation. You guys, it's been a very long time since I've done my eyes first, and I'm kind of loving it. I feel like I can get in there a little bit closer and really like perfect it before we go on to our face. I want to do a little bit of eyeshadow or something, maybe like an orangey color. Let's see, let me go grab a palette. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with this Juvia's Place Warrior palette. I feel like this is the Warrior 2. It just says Warrior on it. I have a matte palette from them that I'm obsessed with. I actually don't know where it is right now, but this is more of a shimmery palette, but lots of like warm tones, gold tones. It's really pretty, and I really love this brand. You can find it at Ulta. It's a great affordable brand. Nikki Tutorials uses it all the time, and it's like, it's just so good. I love it. I feel like they don't get enough hype, and it's kind of low-key. So I'm gonna take this like really warm chocolatey brown color, Kano, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I think I want to pack this kind of like on the outer half of our eye. So I'm gonna take this flat fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M433. Dip into that color a little. Tap off excess. I'm just gonna pat it slowly on the outer half of the eye, kind of in the crease, creating that rounded shape. I find these shadows really easy to work with, especially their mattes, so I highly recommend checking out like the all matte palette. I know I've talked about it on my channel before. I'm just gonna build up that intensity of the color on the outer half, and then we'll blend into the crease further. Especially when I'm doing my eyes first, it's important to just like get the color on there, since you're not going to be ruining your face makeup or anything, since we don't have that on yet. So that's the benefit of doing your eyes first, is I just feel like you can get more color on there. Okay, I've packed that color on both outer corners, blended it out a little bit. Obviously it's not like perfectly even right now, so I'm gonna go in with a fluffy tapered brush, more of a crease brush. This is the Morphe M441, and I'm gonna go back in with that same color, get a nice coating on it, tap most of it off. I'm gonna throw this in the crease, going all the way inner to outer, using a much lighter hand so the intensity still stays on the outside. I feel like on my skin tone, this color is pulling even like more orangey, which I'm not mad about. I really like it. It's like a really nice warm tone. I like how blown out that's looking. I want to add a little bit more definition on the outside, so I'm going to go in with this dark color Amino. It's kind of like a dark chocolate gray color, almost black, so I'm going to be careful with it. I'm going to take that same first flat brush and tap into there a little bit. Tap off the excess, and then just lightly add it to the very, very outer corner. Just like tapping a little bit. Okay, it's a good base for our eyes. I'm gonna zoom out. We're gonna move on to the face so I can really clean up those edges and everything. Then we'll come back to the eyes because I'm probably gonna add some color underneath, things like that. But this gives it a really nice base to start, and then we can go back and fix it up as we go. Your crease brush is always your best friend. You can always go back in and with no more product on it and just use it to extra blend in the creases. You can never blend enough, I'm telling you. Especially if you're using a clean blending brush. I'm taking this like all the way to the inner corner, by the way, with that warm tone. Let's move on to our face. I'm going to prime using, what do I want to use? I'm not going to use that today. Just to fill in my pores a little bit, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is the matte one. I really enjoy the regular one and the matte one, specifically just to fill in pores. And I feel like I've struggled with pores and scarring a lot more these days than, you know, a few years ago. So using these like pore filling putty primers have really helped it, especially on my cheeks right here. I'm just taking a little bit and I just rub it in with my fingers, really working it into all those pores. I'm also going to add a little bit to my smile lines around my mouth. I get pretty bad smile lines with my foundation. Of course, I'm going in with my favorite lip plumper. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum. I also love the Nubian one, which I talk about. It's a more like independent brand. I'll link them both down below, but a lip plumper is key to my makeup routine all the time. I always do it in the beginning of my makeup routine. So by the end, when we do our lip liner and everything, our lips are nice and prepped. So I'm gonna apply a good amount of this. If you guys have never used a lip plumper before, like a legit strong one like this, you do have to be a little bit careful. You don't want to overline or go outside your lips because it will literally turn the skin around your lips bright red. So you want to really keep it on the focus of your lips. I like to do a lot. It's definitely going to burn and tingle, make your lips more red, pigmented, and just a lot more plump, which I love. And by the time we're done with the rest of our makeup, our lips will just be like nice and ready to put on that lip liner. And then you can do the overlining with your lip liner and like actual lip product. So that is like my favorite trick. I feel like a lot of people put the lip plumper on at the end, like a gloss topper, which you can do that as well and like bring it with you. But I really like to do it like the prepping way. So I kind of do it as like my lip primer, I guess. Okay, let's do foundation. I kind of want to do a really light foundation. I actually just picked up a new one of these. I haven't used it in so long. Honestly, let's just try it out. I hope I love it as much as I used to. I used to wear this exact BB cream foundation in high school all the time. I remember when the first one came out from Maybelline, the Maybelline Dream BB Pure, the pink packaging. It was like the biggest thing ever, and I remember trying it out. I hated it. I thought it was like terrible, and everyone was raving about the BB creams. And then I think they came out with this one afterwards. This is the blue one. It's the salicylic one, basically for like acne prone skin. And in high school, it was great for me because I was really struggling with acne, and I loved how this looked, and I felt like it was treating my skin at the same time. But still to this day, well, we're gonna try it out. I haven't had one in a while. Even if you don't have acne, I just think the blue Maybelline BB cream is 10 times better than the pink one. It has way more coverage. It's easier to blend out. It's a better finish. And the pink one I felt like never laid on my skin right. It kind of just like laid on top of my skin. And I feel like this really blends into my skin. So I think they actually expanded the shade range because the shade range used to be terrible. This is 120 medium. So I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand and then use my beauty sponge. Look, I haven't even opened this yet. Oh, good. That color looks perfect. I know I used to use the medium deep color, which was always a little bit too tan for my skin, but I actually really liked it because I could just use a tiny bit and like blend it out, and it gave me like a nice tan. But this is just the medium. I feel like it's almost the perfect color. I'm gonna dot this all over my face. And even though this is a BB cream, it does have a lot of coverage for a BB cream. So don't think this is like a light tinted moisturizer. I definitely would call it more of a foundation, which I think is why I like it, because I do like my coverage, but at the same time it feels really, really light and breathable on the skin. And bonus if you guys do struggle with acne, because this is kind of like treating it at the same time. I love products like that have skincare benefits. So since our eyeshadow is kind of messy, while I'm blending out this foundation, I'm taking this kind of like side of my beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques one. I use it all the time. Sorry I'm looking in this screen so much. I'm just like not used to this setup, so I keep making sure. I'm gonna try to look at you guys in the lens. But you can use this edge to kind of like carve out the shadow by your eye. So kind of like doing a straight line, almost like a cat look, and that will really clean up any of the shadow that fell down and just make your eye look way more clean. Of course, I apply some on my neck just to make sure all the colors and textures blend. Yeah, you guys, I love this foundation just as much as I used to. I can already tell. It feels so lightweight on the skin. I feel like it doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup. And it gives me a good amount of coverage, but it's not like covering every freckle, every little part of my face. Plus, it's just really easy to blend out. And you can use your fingers with this. I actually used to use my hands. Like in high school, you can totally just work it in with your hands if you're one of those people. So, highly recommend this, you guys. I'm really happy I picked up a new one. So, maybe I should do a whole video like testing out old makeup that I used to love, because I feel like I have way more like old loves than I do nowadays, just because I used to play around with makeup so much when I was younger, like walking up to the drugstore and like using all of my babysitting money at CVS to buy every new product. I miss those days when like a launch at the drugstore was like the biggest launch ever. It was so fun. Fix up my eyes first before we do our under eye concealer. So I'm just gonna go back in with that dark shade and the original shade and just kind of like perfect the eyes a little bit. really want that like kind of cat eye effect. Now moving on to concealer. What concealer do I want to use today? I'm actually going to go in with a little bit more of an expensive one. This actually was on sale. That's why I picked it up. I think Marc Jacobs was like redoing their whole line at Sephora. I hope this is still available and hopefully it's still on sale too. This is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer. It's like a caffeinated concealer. And yeah, I picked it up because like the Marc Jacobs shelves were being wiped out at the store and it was on sale. Plus I read Caffeine concealer, and if you guys know me, that's like, I didn't even have to ask you questions, and I really like it. Like, I've had this for a while. I don't even know if I've talked about it on my channel. It's really good on its own. It's really nice, lightweight, thin consistency. Actually, the main reason I'm using it today is because I don't really want like a brightening look, and this is the one concealer that's kind of closer to my actual shade, or like a darker concealer, because most of my concealers I buy in like a lighter shade. And I don't know, I've been more into just like the foundation and concealer being the same color and less of that harsh bright under eye. I feel like that used to be so in, and I still love doing that. It just kind of depends on the look. So for today, I don't really want that crazy blown out under eye. I just want it to be a little bit more natural and the focus on the eyes. But yeah, this concealer is actually so good. It's really easy to blend out. I feel like the caffeine part of it actually really does like wake up my eyes. And yeah, you could use it totally on its own. That's how I actually first started using it in the summer. Like with my tan skin, I was just using it completely on its own. Okay, to set under the eyes, I'm actually going to use a pressed powder. I might put this all over my face, but I think it's going to be too dark for under my eyes. So to set under my eyes, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder. This is in the shade 1, so it's very fair. And I think this will actually brighten up the eyes a little bit and set them. I'm just going to use the same exact sponge, and I just dip right in there and just pat right on top. This is like my favorite way to set these days, is setting with the sponge. And I've been more into pressed powders than loose powders lately, so I don't overdo it. And these Charlotte Tilbury powders are incredible if you guys want to splurge on a nice pressed powder. I want to really set the inner corner. Now I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix, the same one we set our eyelids with earlier. Just a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of like set my whole face. I think Kyle and I are going to go out and work at a little coffee shop today, so that would be so nice. I've been like stuck on the couch, so sick, and it's been terrible, honestly. Like, you take your health for granted when you're just living regularly and you don't feel sick, and yeah, our health is really important, so it sucks when it comes out of nowhere. And yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. Let's do some bronzer. This one eye is like not wanting to blend. Okay, I'm just taking this fluffy brush that we used earlier to set our eyelids down. It's actually kind of more of like a highlighting brush. It's like a giant one. This is Real Techniques. This is the setting brush. And I'm actually just kind of lightly going over all of the eyes to make it more like soft and blended out. I don't want it to be like too harsh and crazy. I just want that very like effortless look. Like, I still have an eyeshadow look going on, but I don't want it to be like perfect. I want it to be a little bit more light, and sometimes using just a big fluffy brush that has like nothing on it to blend it all out is perfect. This is another oldie but a goodie with that Maybelline product. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is such a good product. This is the original one, and I honestly love it for the color. The color is so natural and easy to use if you have like a fair to medium skin tone. Ooh, the light is getting very blown out right now. I'm using the Sonia Kashuk angled brush. I like to use this for blush too, but it's nice and fluffy and soft. So kind of just doing an all over bronze. Nothing too perfect. And I always go under the jaw. For blush today, I'm going to go in with the Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's Adorable. These are amazing blushes, and it kind of has like a little gold reflex in it, nice like corally color. So we have like no shimmer or glow on our face right now at all, so I want to add some in. I'm actually going to use the same exact brush, and on more like natural days, or not natural, but when I want that really effortless, like super blended in look, I think sometimes using the same brush for parts of your face actually helps with that. You just have to be a little bit careful. So I'm applying this right on the apples of my cheeks and then blending into that contour. A little bit on the forehead. These blushes are so good, you guys. Patrick Ta's makeup line really, like, Patrick and Mario are probably two of my favorite brands in Sephora right now as far as like new brands go. Can you see that glow on my cheek? That's just from like the little shimmer that's within this blush, and I love it so much. You don't even need a highlight with this because it just gives you that glow. Of course, blush the nose up. Love it. Take it down on my chest. Get all those colors in there. Now, one of the best tips and tricks that I do all the time, because I am someone who like overdoes the blush and contour all the time, to clean up under here and really give you that clean look and just like making sure it's not muddy or taking away shape from your face. I'm going to take my beauty sponge. I'm going to go back in with that Charlotte Tilbury powder. Usually something a little bit lighter is better, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I'm going to take the flat side, dip it in there, and kind of like carve out the cheek a little bit. Do it around. Around the blush. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. And same exact technique that we used on the eyes. Always taking a clean, fluffy brush and blending stuff out on top. Just make sure everything is like fully seamless without adding more product. Okay, I'm not even gonna do a highlight today because I think the Patrick Ta blush is giving me all the highlight that I need. I want to do my brows really quick. I'm going to do them off camera because it's so boring. I'm just going to use my Benefit brow powder and a brush and then set them down with some clear gel. So this is what they look like right now, and I will be right back. Brows are done. I feel like I've been doing my makeup for so long now. I'm taking forever to film this video, but I haven't done my makeup in so long. It's so weird to think back that I used to like do a full face of makeup, not every day in high school, but like most days, and I was getting up at like 6 a.m. doing my makeup every day for the whole day. Okay, for a little bit more definition on the eyes, I'm going to take this brown eyeliner from Makeup by Mario. I really like these liners. The one side has like a smudger brush, which honestly I don't really like that part of it, but I do like the regular liner. So I'm going to use the brown one and put a little bit in my waterline. I really like the like exotic look that this gives, and then we'll blend some shadow down there too. Okay, just a little bit on the waterline. Now I'm going to take this pencil brush and the first original like warm brown shade, and I'm also actually going to dip a little bit into that dark shade. Kind of swirl it on my hand here. mix those two together, and I'm going to smoke this on the bottom lash line. I'm going to focus it on the outer corner first and then slowly blend into the inner corner, but I'm not going to bring it all the way in. I want to keep the inner corner more bright. Okay, that's blended out. You guys know I always like to take my pinkies and kind of rub it to soften that a little bit. Okay, and then to brighten up the inner corner, I am going to take just a plain fluffy brush, something a little bit smaller that you can find. And this palette's actually great because it has this matte bright color in it. So I'm going to load up my brush with this and kind of just go like that a little. Actually, I want something brighter. This is setting powder. This is not the highlighter. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with my Dior palette, Classic. You guys have seen this palette everywhere and you've always wanted it. It is definitely worth it, or something to maybe put on a Christmas list or something. I use this palette all the time. It's so good. And I remember before I had it, I was like, is that really worth it, or is it just so pretty because it's Dior? But no, you guys, this is such a good palette. And I'm just taking those lighter colors and kind of brightening up, highlighting the inner corner. Nose. Now we're gonna move on to mascara and then our lips, and I think that will complete this look. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Volume Plumping Mascara on the top lashes. I love this mascara. It's a great classic volumizing mascara for really inexpensive. And of course, my bottom lash line mascara, the MAC Extended Play Gigga Black Lash. I've been using this for years. It's the only thing I'll put on my bottom lashes. So I'm gonna curl my lashes with these Tweezerman tweezers. Okay, mascara is done. I'm always so surprised how much the mascara like brings the eye look together, especially when you're doing some more like smoky shadows. So I guess the last thing we have to do is our lips. And before I do my lips, I always like to take a little washcloth or something to wipe off all of the excess lip plumper that we have on, and then we'll do the lip liner on top of that. It's so loud out there, I don't know what they're doing. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a classic lip liner, my Milani 09 Spice. It's like a dark, rich, neutral color. I've been using this for years. It's my absolute favorite lip liner of all time, like literally of all time. And I am going to overline my lips and then fill them in a little bit with this. To overline the bottom here. Then you follow your natural line to the corner. And then I'm going to overline the Cupid's bow. You guys can see how rich in color that lip liner is. And then to top it off, I'm going to use this Laura Mercier lipstick in Coral Claire, and these lipsticks are so good. I've been so much more into like a classic lipstick now. I feel like it's been so long since I've just liked like a classic tube of lipstick. So I'm gonna apply this. It's kind of like a brighter pinky corally color. It's a nice like satin finish. And that definitely like lightens up the lip liner a little bit. I think that completes this makeup look. Very simple, very basic, nothing crazy here, but kind of a little bit more fall vibes with those warmer tones, kind of smoky shadows. And I just love the more effortless easy, all blended up makeup these days. My nails are getting stuck in my hair. Okay, you guys, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed another get ready with me. Let me know down below if there's anything specific makeup wise that you want to see, whether it's a product or a certain look. I feel like my get ready with me's are always very similar, but let me know if you guys think otherwise. I really like how this turned out, just very effortless, easy, seamless, and just lots of like blending different colors together. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, I will have all these products that I used listed down below, and you can shop them easily either to like Ulta or Sephora. I usually link it just to make it as easy as possible for you guys. And another shout out to today's sponsor, BetterHelp, for partnering with me on today's video. I highly recommend you guys checking them out, even if you're not someone who's struggling for mental health every day. I think it's something that we can all benefit from, and it doesn't hurt to try it out. I'm excited to be using it in my life. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, you should click that subscribe button. Stay tuned. I'm going to be posting some Halloween looks very, very soon. I know I've been gone for a week. That was unexpected, but stay tuned for more Halloween videos, vlogs, everything else like that to celebrate the fall season. And yeah, I think that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!